Check, check, check. What's up? What's up? Or as Marcelo would say, what up, what up, what up? Another beautiful day. So for those of you tuning in on YouTube, just check out the disclaimer on the screen here. Remember that day trading is risky business. Day trading is risky business. One of the most volatile business that there is. This is the only field where you can potentially go bankrupt in a matter of seconds if you get compromised emotionally, etc. So if you're new and you're watching for the first time, if you're new to trading, if you're new to the channel, if you're new to the market, keep in mind the risks. Sit down and plan accordingly. When you're starting out, generally it's better to use smaller size, 1 to 10 shares, simulators, practice, improve, and then become competent, because there's always a learning curve. No matter what industry, what sector, what field, what career, there's always a learning curve. So take it slow throughout the learning curve. Do not blow up tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands. It's not necessary. All right. Other than that, remember that copy trading does not work here on this channel. Copy trading does not work. Do not try to live in a fantasy of thinking RT is buying, I'm going to try to buy. There's a delay on the YouTube stream. The trades are so fast. The way how I'm trying to manage risk is very unique in this quick hyper scalping style. Do not try it. Do not, as they say here where I'm from, do not play yourselves here. All right, let's not do the wrong thing. Instead, on the contrary, let's do all the right things to ensure success. All right. Lastly, remember, I do not invest for subscribers, so I will never message you first. Be careful of fake Relentless trader accounts. Very long disclaimer here today because I think it's necessary every now and again to just go into it even more so people really get the point here, and to always be safe and careful in the community. Now, with that being said, let's talk about our watch list. There's a couple of stocks here that are moving, that are looking decent. There is PRFX, which is up 65%. There's KTTA. There's WHLR. And there's a penny stock in RSLS. Those are my top stocks today. Did I post to the alert section yesterday? I hope I did. Okay, it looks good. Looking pretty good, looking pretty good. You were paper trading on FMTO. Was that the one that went down into 5 cents? Yeah. So you got to be careful. And, it's always good to remember to have a stop, right? Whenever you're taking these type of trades, even if you're looking for a dip, and you think the stock is looking really good, even if it's, let's say $4 down here, looking for the whole dollar bounce. Anytime you're getting into the trade, you have to always remember to have your stop loss, right? Maybe you're looking at the double bottom versus after hour lows at 330, right? So whenever you're in, have that stop loss in mind. And even if the stop goes past your stop loss very quickly, it's just confirming that the stock is even weaker than you thought. And your stop loss is a place where it's like the last line in the sand. If the stock goes past this level, it's no longer making sense for me to trade. So you want to make sure that you're getting out of the stock, right? Your hypothesis has failed. It's time to just bail out, even if it's for a bigger loss than you would have liked. So coming into the watch list, PRFX, we're up 61%. It's looking pretty decent. We got 360 for highs. and that's the all-time high here for pre-market, or let's just say pre-market high rather. High of the current range is 325, and lows are around, I'm gonna say 92. We did break down to 86 just now, but 92 looks pretty decent. Daily chart, PRFX. The name sounds familiar. Did we trade this one recently, or at least a couple months ago? So, yeah, February 18th, we had a push up to 546, and then before that, we had a push to 665 in January. So twice this year already. That's why the name sounds familiar. So I want to map out those levels. It's quite a bit of them. So again, 546, 547, the most recent high point. Then we had 665. After that, there's a couple more levels. You know, if you guys go all the way back to December of last year, we had a really big monster day, 456 to 16. And even before then, the stock is given, you know, opportunity. So this one here is known for popping up, and I think, you know, doing fairly well when it does. 200 EMA around 1028. 1028. Thinkorswim is telling me 1036. Plus or minus a couple cents, doesn't matter. It's more of a range anyways. So I think this one looks decent, you know, and hopefully we can get to like $4 or $5. And, you know, if it fades out from there, then I think that's fine. But if we can get something out of it, being that it's a stock that's always pushed up aggressively before dropping out, I think that would be nice. PRFX. Moving on to KTTA. KTTA up 77% with 37 million shares of volume. High point 225. Low point as of this recent pull down, that's around 188. Low of the entire move though, 177. This stock has also moved up a couple of times in the past. As recent as February 5th, 61 million shares of volume and a high point of 385. So these stocks have made moves in the past. They were 2 for 2. 200 EMA is at 333 on the daily chart. I only look at the 200 EMA on the daily, so even if you don't hear me say on the daily, you know, I'm referring to the daily chart. Yeah, and if it gets over 333 again, 385, and then maybe we can see 450, and maybe even $5 if it's really, really bullish. But yeah, looks you know, looks decent. KTTA. If you're tuning in on YouTube, remember to hit that thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. We're going to move on here to WHLR and then RSLS. Yeah, hit that thumbs up, subscribe. And, you know, we're almost done here with the watch list. Couple minutes to the opening bell, 4 minutes to be exact. WHLR here. How are we doing? Up 38% despite this massive sell-off. I'm going to clear my drawing set. Get rid of the previous trend lines. And that also tells me that I traded the stock before. Low of this move is at 313. Or 307 actually. So we're down a lot. The key here is, of course, a red to green. We would love to see a red to green on this one. And something I'm noticing today versus prior days, we're not seeing any stocks at like 8, 9, 10, 11. The last like 4 or 5 days in a row, we had something at like $10. Today, there's none of that. So where's the momentum going to come from? Which one of these stocks? Makes it a little bit more tricky to anticipate. This one has just been selling off. So RSLS is the last one, the cheaper stock. Just a quick look here. I'm just going to put 2 trend lines and that'll be it. High of the current range, 73. And we had low of the current range at 62. RSLS is also a stock we traded before. April 1st, high point was 305, low was 72. We'll see how it does. Okay, so for today, the first thing I want to make sure to do, and a couple of things I want to remind myself. First thing, small size first. Got to stick to the program here. It's all about longevity. You know, it's all about pacing myself throughout the day. It's all about taking it slow. I don't want to be a hero the first minute, but, you know, I want to remember just one step at a time. We're going to try to start small size. Well, we will start small size. We're going to wait for something super obvious, super strong, and then we're going to size up from there. And we're going to look to get green. If we don't get green right away, we want to size back down immediately. Here's a 2-minute warning. We want to size back down immediately. And then, you know, again, proceed with caution. Other than that, if we do get green, we have to remember to protect our green. The biggest problem for me over the years is that I've been retaining only 25% of my gains. All these years that I've been here trading, I only walk away with 25% of my gains, which is quite horrible. So I think the last few days is a good example of what we can do when we're keeping the present of mind to hold on to what we have and not just push. So when I start to have choppy trades, losing trades, I gotta size down immediately. Even if the stock is strong and it's proved that it's strong, gotta size back down. Regain a good connection, regain a good rhythm, and then try to push a little bit more. That way, in the areas where I'm taking losses, it's minimized, it's controlled. The small size will give me the confidence to just keep jumping back in until I get a good connection, can size back up, and then really put the pressure on. So I think today's the key for today for all of us should just be managing, right? Let's be the best managers that we can be. Let's be disciplined. Let's look forward to trading the best setups that we know and love. And let's have a good time because it's always fun here in the market. And we have 460 people tuning in, but only 73 likes. We have to get those likes up there. The like ratio, the viewership to like ratio is abysmal. Let's be sure to hit that thumbs up. We do appreciate it. A quick sip of water. Well, I gotta grab a water actually. And we're ready to go. Low was 76, high is at 301 for PRFX. Not bad, not bad. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up if you're tuning in. If you're tuning in. Bigger flush out there. ELAB, I might have missed that one. ICCT did curl up a fair amount. But are people paying attention to those stocks is the question. What's the volume like? I mean, it's actually pretty decent for ICCT. We're seeing the first pullback here. Highs at 15 for ICCT. Checking out this one. Seems to be doing all right. The daily chart looks a little bit better from it compared to a few days ago. ERFX. How are we doing? WHLR is actually giving a good push up too. All right. KTTA looks like it's back down a bit. PRFX still trying. And it is back down. I look pretty good, but it did not go. Looking at KTTA, ticker symbol KTTA, can we get over 2? Pre-market highs up there at 225. Okay, sizing down a little bit. Big level and it's back down again. All right, note to self, take the quick gains. Not even give it a chance to get me. I expect I expect the retest of 2. We'll see if it comes. This one could go, but we'll see. Maybe another 5 minutes. I'd hope. Come on, push through, push through. Bro, oh my gosh. It's a night and day difference from yesterday. This is the depths sizing back down. Right now, I'm gonna sit on my hands, size down, and wait. Of course, it goes this time when I'm not looking to be in. Nice move, though. All right, okay, all right. I think it's good. It's held up. It didn't fail. This is where the day starts. Oh my gosh, bro. It's still failing. It's garbage. Stock is taking me to the depths. Okay, maybe I sized up too much there, but come on. Low of 95 is not expected. Took 6,000 shares, 610 for the bounce. And the bounce taking me into oblivion. Alright, I gotta slow my roll, not size up so quickly. Bro, nothing is holding up. Oh my gosh. I'm getting cooked here. I'm at max loss. Just like that. Look at the stock, bro. 40 down to 40. AREB looks like it just halted up instantly. This is the one that had went crazy. This type of move, it's a little too tough. Light volume. It's going to be hard to manage risk. PRFX right back up to slap me in the face. Right back up. Melting. Come on. PRFX, the one I'm watching at now, looking for a breakthrough 3. Hopefully we can hold up and push through. Can we hold? Can we hold? Can we hold? Nope. Oh man, bro. This is a bloodbath, man. This is not good here. I'm getting cooked. I'm getting cooked alive. Boiled in oil. Alright, I think just no size at all. Like, not even if the stock starts to look good. Until the first leg is done, because then I'm just gonna keep going red. Here. I need, like, beyond confirmation to try to use size. Like, right there, I would think over 290, break of 3, whip out big size for break of 3, and it's just, like, right back down. AREB all halts though. I don't know if the dip and rip might have came earlier, but we need some candlesticks from AREB. You gotta survive the chop here. Survive the chop. Don't forget, if you're watching on YouTube, hit that thumbs up. So far, some turbulence to start, but being patient, waiting on the sidelines. PR effects maybe can go later in the day. So I'm just gonna try to pace myself here a little bit better. ELAB, that one is halted down. AREB, 3 halts in a row going up. This was the strong stock that we had a few days ago, last week, I believe. It's just a tough one to approach with the chart looking like this, you know. So I wouldn't even be able to use any size unless we start to have actual candlesticks without halts. The RFX, want to still keep an eye on in case it does get over 3 and can hold. There's a minute and 3 seconds to the next resumption. ICCT, big drop right there. Brutal. There's 25 seconds to resumption. We're at 9:46. It's showing flat resumption. 5 seconds. There's a hidden seller at 9, perhaps. It's gonna break. Okay. Can we see a dip? Damn. Tough. It's kind of high up to be trying to take these trades, but a little tough to get that high fill there. So we'll see if it starts to give a consolidation here. AREB. I like what I'm seeing, but it's a matter of now, like, gaining a good rhythm. So far, so good. I don't have size. That was risky because there was a seller there of like 40,000 at 10. All right. I'd like to see it get halted up here 42 if possible. I think it'll be a good halt. It's extended. There's a seller. I'm kind of high. Right again. Oh, freaking hell, this level 2. Come on. I tried to add, but then it's back down. So like, okay, let's get rid of the add before we take on too much risk in this dip. Because we had the early halts, I still feel like we're pretty early in this stock. I think we're pretty early. Oh, that is so late. And okay, fine, cool, 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 cool. Bro, where's KB when we need him? 6.8 is pretty high, but let's see what it does. We should see 10 like nothing here. Like, what is all this struggle about? It's gonna be a tough one. You're kidding, man. There's no way. There's a lot of selling here. I gotta be careful or I'm gonna get cooked. Like we got 05 right there, back to 85. Can we shake? Yeah, it's getting murdered here. Can we shake 10-10, 10-15? Right there, 10-15, 10-08 to about 70. If it shakes it, we probably could see the new high again. But if not, we might have to brace ourselves here. I'll have to size down again. Probably just 700. And okay, there's a dollar there, 100,000 size. Now they're showing their true colors here. Bag holders, perhaps. Short sellers, perhaps. Profit taking, perhaps. Could be any of those, any of the above. We did come from $4. Shares are filling. Oh, okay. Oh my gosh, I'm getting smoked. That was a decent dip though. This one is tough for me. Tough. 1071 for highs. Definitely didn't expect to test the highs with the shares filling. Thinking maybe some more resistance in the area. 10 of like, 10, 10, 20, but immediate push. Chasing this move like a madman. Small gain. 11-10 to halt up. It's kind of close. I wouldn't mind seeing it if it happens. It's now at 11-14. I'd like to see it get halted up here. Why not? Let's get a bit of a reset and then come on, lock in, lock in, lock in. All right, I think okay, false halt. What? What's going on with my level 2? Hold up, it's frozen. Jeez. Okay, it's halting up at 33, but my level 2 is showing 14. It'll get locked in this time. It's a lot of buyers this time. My level 2 just gave out under the pressure. Yo. It better be working on this resumption because this is where I think my day is going to come down to. If this goes well, the first question I have to ask myself is how do I want to manage risk here? I'm red on the day 1400. But I do think this is where I'll have my best odds of doing well. Out of the last halt, we're extended. You kind of don't know what to expect. Will we see a massive dip down to like 8? A little tough to manage there. Then we had the hidden sellers first above 10 to 10-15 area. Then we had the big seller at 10. Someone is blowing grass. Just what we need. Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, you could have done well in there, but the biggest trade probably was just taking 10 as that seller was coming down. I was just thinking because we had hidden sellers before that seller came up, and maybe that seller was a hidden seller at first, but I assumed we'd see break of 10, but then like more resistance in that range of like 10, 10, 20. But it's immediately 10.50. So kind of missed everything there. 11, halted up over 11, not much. So on the resumption, now we know what to expect. But I'm also red already, so I can't say, hey, I'm gonna just use 5K size or something, If I do that, then it's a loss. Then I'm looking very, very. I'm basically done, right? I'll be done. So longevity is still the key. So I'm thinking moderate size. I mean, we're at $11. Honestly, if I was like flat or green, I'd probably go full size. So I gotta do at least something in between. And then for my second trade, if it's a good trade, if the first trade is good, so I'm gonna just do like moderate size to start and then go from there. That way, if I take a loss the first trade, I'm not like wiped out for the day. But if we get the win, it puts us in a good position to then, increase the risk a little bit more and then try to get going. If I see what I like, I will be in. If there's no entries, I will be on the sidelines. Guys, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. A bit of turbulence here to start the day, but all good in the day trading neighborhood. In fact, if this goes well, we'll probably be back to green. If it goes well, if we get the first trade is good and then there's like a sequence that follows, we'd probably be back to green here. $11.34, so it's showing sideways resumption. 1 minute to go. So for the most part today, we fell victim to sizing up a little too early when stocks were moving up. I mean, we did look a little decent in those areas, but perhaps waiting for candlesticks to close above the resistance and, maybe even multiple candlesticks probably would have been better for confirmation. Going from 280 to 305, I was ready to go crazy, but we're right back down 270s, 260s. And stocks are evaporating, right? Those other ones. But anyhow, it's cutting the chatter. 15 seconds. 11:33. 10 seconds. Sold early. Not great. And I sold early again. Store. That was not great. We missed out on at least 40 cents. Okay, fine. 34 for highs. Pretty decent there. Oh, not okay. 12. Bro, what? Come on, man. 1079 off of that dip. Sheesh. Is that the day? Maybe. Bro, are you? Come on, we're looking so good up there. Even the break of 1190, if we can hold up and then reclaim at the half dollar, perhaps. But this is not good. I had two great trades that I sold early, which was not good. Missed out on some good gains. It's an aggressive curl back up here. Aggressive curl. That's not a great fill. I wonder if we might see a range here. Oh, well, never mind. It's halting down. 1107. Buying at 60s, 70s? Come on. Bro, I can't get any good trades going here. It's crazy. Brutal. That would have been a great trade there from 70 to about 1120. All right. I think depending on if the stock keeps going, that's the only thing that can save me here. If it gives a new high eventually. If not, I might be cooked. If not, I am cooked. Cooked. I'll have to accept the lesson and move on. $47, potential halt down. We need this halt resumption to open up sideways if this will be good. In the larger context, the stock is still bullish on the 5, but you gotta always be careful of backside. It's showing 980 resumption. That is brutal. So to summarize what happened there, I couldn't get a good grip on the stock. Even the good trades I had, I'm out a little too soon, as in like a second too soon. taking about 15 cents versus getting that extra 20 cents on the trade. The fine line. Let's see, how's the chat room doing? Thinkorswim has been slow. I mean, Das has had some trouble the last few days as well, but Thinkorswim has been like, even moving around on the screen a lot of the times doesn't feel the same. Especially when it comes to like this right here, it's not bad. But earlier this morning, yesterday, the day before, resumption now showing sideways. Will we see a 5-minute pullback? As in the stock maybe comes down more and then eventually does a small red to green, or if it's a great red to green over time, we get back to high of day. If not, it's already backside and time for the Christmas tree setup. That's where we kind of just trend lower throughout the rest of the day. So if anything looks good, just small size for me. Not gonna size up until it like gets into a good uptrend again. Two minutes to resumption. Gonna do a quick rotation here through some of the other stocks. ELAB, no good. ICCT, no good. KTTA, no good. PRFX, still sideways, a little choppy, but still has the chance to make new highs later in the day. Our SLS did curl up a little bit, but doesn't seem, like the stock of the day or anything. Kind of a quiet move. WHLR, not much. So AREB and PRFX are the only two that are still either going up or has potential. One minute. One minute. 1 minute. Watching. Of course, it's instant. Okay, let's give this a sec. The accuracy here, it's not helping me. That was a good trade. I'm out too early. Bro, what? Like it holds, it doesn't go, I stop out, then it goes. Come on. What is up with the stock? And it's a decent move, man. Nice move. Hopefully the early pullback is decent. $38 above the ass fill. I'm getting cooked today, bro. This not even suggested depths. Ah, I hope I don't miss this trade here. Not much better. And okay, all right, that's a good sign. That's pretty low for a dip, though. That was pretty low. It's kind of a little too much. So we need to see a good bounce here. I probably might, I think I'll size down to just flat and then kind of just throw out baby size at this point. I'm officially, I think I might be throwing in the towel here. Where's the bounce? Where's the bounce? Can we see a bounce? Am I out too early? Can we hold up support? Nice. Now let's see the beautiful bounce. New lows. Only by a couple cents though. Bro, the stock is murdering me. Alright, okay. Throwing in the towel, taking the L. I have no choice. My accuracy here, 15% at best. All right, just gonna watch on from the sideline with really small size. Tough one. The RFX is giving a small green candle. I can't buy a break here, man. 60 fill, 1088. That was brutal. I feel like a false breakout candlestick. Still holding up a little bit. Charging it to the game. I'm not going to touch this one until we see some real confirmation. If not, I think it's just too risky. AREB still, still around 11. If you're watching at it, there could still be something there. AREB, can we see a move here? AREB, it's possible it curls back up over 12. falling asleep here. Still watching AREB. PRFX also interesting if it gets over 310. All right, PRFX, AREB selling off into oblivion. Next up, PRFX. Come on, man. PRFX, my last hope. Time 38. Do not take me to the depth. Don't you even think about it. Don't you dare. Where are those bulls? Where are those bulls? K of the B. Show me 27, 28, 30. And perhaps a new high. revive this wretched day at long last. KB, KB, KB. Yeah, just like that. Now, well, oh my God. Well, never mind. Forget I said anything. Bro, what is up with this day, man? You see, I could have easily lost, right? If I had only like maybe if I wasn't even talking, I would have like probably bought back. I would have been down 2K. That's the day here. That's the day. I think maybe maybe if we like wait for like the second wave of momentum and then you get some fresh stocks later in the morning, like around 11:30, maybe at noon market time. Because what we're seeing right now, AREB is stock of the day so far, and for me that one was just tough to get a good grip. Man, like we closed above. Oh, I guess we didn't close above high of day. I guess maybe that was the last problem there. So maybe we needed to get over 30 on that last push. Instead, we got 28. Highs are at well, highs are at 19. And I should have took, I wanted to take more size there on that trade I had 4,000. I would have wanted to be in at least double the size, but I was thinking if this fails and I'm in 8,000 shares and I'm selling at 98, then the day is just into the depths fully. It's curling back up here like it needs to grip right through high of day this time. Come on, right through 30, right through 30. Short sellers cover into the moon. It's just so choppy. That's just about to say it's probably just gonna just like randomly give a push. Like why is the momentum so silly today? Never seen. Well, I guess we've seen this before, right? We've seen this before, sadly. And okay, fair. Halt is at 73. If it does go, I'd expect nothing less than 50 or 70. Cover those shares. Cover those shares. Cover those shares. Cover, cover, cover. And it's back down. All right, that's it for this day, man. This day doesn't have a chance. It's just really.
And if it goes here, that's just so freaking stupid, man. Oh, man, that's not okay, man. The longs are they're playing with us here today. I would think at least 50 or 70. Bro, it's like a battle here. It's a big fight time. There's risk because it can drop down 30 cents like nothing. Do we call this manipulation? Do we call this something else? Or do we just call this Chop City? Time 46. What I'm trying to do is just wait for to see if this stock does end up going. Like if this can go to 4 or 5 over time and shake this nonsense that we're seeing right now. Oh, why is it so late to react? Like that should be instantaneous. I gotta size down again for the 10th time today. being a little bit more selling. Can we push through? Seems like there's just a lot of short sellers or just selling in general. All right, I'll wait. I'll wait a little bit. Give it a chance to maybe open up. Can we get back over 30? There's 04, 06. Can we get through all those sellers that are in this area of 15 to 30? Littered with selling pressure and just short sellers, perhaps. Just waiting patiently here on the sidelines. If this thing sells off, I'm out of here. If it ends up going up, we'll use small size first. Just waiting to see. Rough day, down 1600. Down 1600, not good. One scratch trade. So they say. Is this the beginning of the end? Or are we gonna hold up the lows? How's IOTR? Is there good volume here? It looks like a recent IPO. IOTR. Let's see if this one is any good here in the next 15 seconds. I'm gonna check it out. Not much. Leaving that alone. A lot of sideways action for a resumption. Volume only about 100,000 per candlestick on the one, so that's not good for a stock at 380. Not much. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. We'll be live again tomorrow at 9:15 a.m. If you're new, subscribe to the channel as well. Today we got punched in the mouth. Honestly, it's a decent day though. We followed our rules early. We lost 700 because we sized up a little quickly. I think it might have been this stock, or no, it might have been one of the other ones. We sized up early over a key resistance level, although we didn't give the candlestick time to close above that level. So I think maybe that's where we could have did a little bit better, but we got aggressive. Stock pulled back hard, and then from there, AREB, which I think was the stock of the day, we just couldn't get a good grip. And perhaps I should have been looking at it earlier during these resumptions and halts. But at the time, I'm looking at the daily chart. I zoom out and I'm like, a fresh halt up. Maybe just might be some short sellers covering. But turned out they had some breaking news, and it went up pretty far. If you were in a good rhythm with this one, you probably had a nice day. If you're not in a good rhythm with this one, you're probably cooked, like I am here. So, being that VRFX, short sellers are just too aggressive on this one, man. The sentiment not the same as a couple days ago or yesterday. This is going down, and we might see something later in the day, 2 p.m., 1 p.m. perhaps, maybe power hour, but right now everything is turning around and selling off. JNVR. This one is all the way at $52. Not my cup of tea at this price range. But nice move, though, to see it continue this far up. I mean, JNVR. I think it's since DRUG we had one of these go to 50. Volume, fairly decent for this price. Last candle had 64. 112 before that. This definitely carries a different level of risks. Halt is at 52.96. One man's trash is another man's treasure. Big Steve. Oh man. Hopefully gets halted up here. 52.96, 53.54 now to halt up. All right, I think that'll do it for today. I don't. This type of stock could be interesting, but I mean, can we go to $80? I mean, I don't know. The volume doesn't seem as high as I would like, at least not yet, anyways. I'm not opposed to trading this type of stock, but it needs to be right. You know, DRUG stocks like that came to this type of price. There's a few of them that would go to like $100. But it needs to be that type of stock that everybody's looking at. The volume is crazy. It's, you know, if not, it's just too much risk. And bottom line risk is like $1.50 with the spreads. But right now, I'm not seeing what I would like, so locking it in. Those of you going the distance, continue to be patient, continue to be disciplined, continue to trade the best opportunities. Relentless trader in the red and shutting it down, throwing in the towel on the day here. So red $1,656.07. As we know, day trading is risky. Red 700 on two of the hotter stocks today, KTTA, AREB, another 145 on PRFX. Was not able to lock it in. Well, when I said not my cup of tea, I didn't realize that it was this stock. I didn't realize it was this stock that came from like $5. Was it? Like this was like a stock. This was like a normal stock that we had, a gapper from like a couple days ago. From 11, before 11, from 4. I thought it was like a random stock that was just halted up at $50 until I remembered the ticker symbol. I'm not opposed to trading these. Like it just has to be what we need as a scalper's dream. You know, like we've seen these stocks go from like 50 to 100 like multiple times, but it doesn't happen often. You know, every year there's at least like 4 or 5 of them that goes from like $5 to then 15 to then 30 the next day. Pre-market, you get to 40 into the open, from 40 to 80. I've took part in these before. the RUG was the last time that it happened. At least that I could remember, where like everything made sense for volume, and you know what we would like to see from a stock at this price. How far back can I go here? DRUG. So this one went from like $1 to 38. Pulled back. Like this day from 34 to 80. Pastor was locking in the gains here. I ended up walking away with 5,000. But there's opportunity to do, like, you know, really, really well if you're really pushing it. The RUG. There's been others like back in the day, like the RYS shipping stock. There was a crypto when blockchain was like new. I forgot the name of that one, but that one went to like one. I think that one went to like 170 or 120. There's been some crazy ones before, like over the years. The ones that go up with lighter volume, I don't count. If we count those, there's like 10 a year. But to me, like, you know, the lighter volume stuff is just, it's not the same. Not the same. But yeah, that'll do it. So hit that thumbs up. Check out the links down below. If you want to get involved in the classes or the chat room, those links are available. All right. See you guys in the recap, and then tomorrow again. Top gains. Top gains below top gappers. Okay, I guess I can add that for tomorrow. Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, okay, tomorrow I'll add that in. All right, stay safe, stay green. I'll catch you guys later. Hit that thumbs up if you have not already. Red Day recap. I'm signing out. Now time to look at the portfolio after the big day yesterday. All right, guys, stay safe, stay green.